Hello, today we're going to be doing a quick video here on the PayPal Q3 earnings. We've covered PayPal in the past. We're just going to see how things are looking like. As you can see here, some of their third quarter summaries. 6.3 billion, 11% transaction growth. So this is something that they're just showing you, 13% transactions per active account growth. So those are growing. Their non-GAAP operating income, 8% increase. A 20% increase in the EPS. Free cash flow includes a 0.8 billion negative impact from European BNPL loans originated held for sale. So 5.2 billion free cash flow on a trailing 12 months basis, excluding the impact of the HFS in Q2, Q3, and Q3 Q23, but it shows 1.1 billion. So yeah, so they're doing really good. That's really similar to their previous numbers. We can always go ahead and take a look at those. Their revenue growth, 7.4 billion for the quarter, which is 8% spot, 9% FNX growth, in line with previous guidance. As you can see here, their total payment volume, their payment transactions, and then their global currencies. You can scroll down and see their assets, how it works, how they pay. But this is always good to go through their investor summary, their business updates. It shows you like where stuff is growing, what is happening, their operating margin detail. But these are things so you get a better understanding of the business. So their Q4 2023 guidance, 7 to 8% net revenue growth, non-GAAP EPS growth 10%, non-GAAP EPS 1.36. You can see their metrics down here. As you scroll farther, they can show their non-GAAP guidance and where. So these are things that can help you get numbers for making a guesstimation for where PayPal currently stands and coming up with the intrinsic value. So as you see, I was here on investor relations. This is just the investor update. As we come here, as you can see on my screen too, I was looking into Target because I invest in Target, so I'm reading through the quarterly summaries for them as well, looking into that. So as we can see here in 2013, free cash flow was 1602. 2022 it was 5112. As we can see over the last 12 months it's 5.2, so it's a little bit of an increase. Our revenue is growing at about 8%. We're doing 7.5% because you saw it's in between 7 and 8%. That's their guidance. Their average growth rate's 8%. We're 10% discount rate, 2% perpetuity, and outstanding shares is 1098, which is a decrease year over year. So we come to a discounted cash flow price of $57.09. 10% discount 51.38, 20% discount 45.67, discounted cash flow 30% discount 37.90, discounted cash flow 40% 30.76. So those are just things that you can look for. Macro trends, PayPal, as you come here, you look at their revenue. As you can see, over the last 12 months, 7.6% increase, 29.12 billion. If you come to shares outstanding, you can see that a decline of 5% year over year to 1098. So that's good for investors. That's 5% of shares that are declining. So that will help the price go up a little bit, even if it's not by much. EPS, 70% the last 12 months increase to 3.35 year over year. So if you want to come down to our other intrinsic value calculator and do this one, Benjamin Graham, which is, a lot of people don't use, but it's still nice to keep in mind. It's another way to potentially value a business. 3.35. Growth rate, we know it's about 7%. For PE, no growth, 30. Well, for a company like PayPal, probably 15. We're going to go with 15. So it brings it to an intrinsic value of $55.52. It's really close to the current trading price. The current trading price is not 58.33 at the time of this video. We could always change that. But I was just giving you an idea. So 55.53, we can always come over here to our calculator and whip something up real quick and see what it brings it in. So 55.53, 55.53, 57.09. Looking at a value of $56.31. But let's go ahead and just do a net asset value so you can kind of see what a business like PayPal does for this. Don't expect something too great because they don't really keep assets on hand like like a REIT would. So 76440, 76440. We know the total shares is 1098. We're going to come down to their liabilities, which is going to be 5670. 56770. Was it 770? 700. 700. So the net asset value of PayPal is 1798 currently. As you can see, their liabilities increased by 0.94%. Their total assets increased by 0.01%. Their cash on hand is 11 billion, which is an increase of 6%. Long-term debt is 10 billion, an increase of 3%. So technically, they could pay off all their long-term debt with their cash on hand. If you come to their net income, you can see it increased by 63% year over year. Net income 3.76 billion. That's really good. Because as you can see, for the whole year for 2022, it was only 2 billion. So it's almost doubled. So that's pretty good. But the quarter revenue, as you can see here, was a 23% decline year over year. But there's a lot of things that can affect that. So these are kind of things that we're looking at with PayPal. So we'll come to our discounted cash flow, growing at about 7.5%. 5709, give ourselves a 10% discount. It's 5138. In my previous videos, I said PayPal, I would like to buy around $50. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a great day.